Terrarium family, we are here in the greenhouse today and we are going to have some fun and a little bit of creative time making this beautiful terrarium. My name is Jill Van Dijvendyk and this perfect natural terrarium would be great showcased on any living room table, side table, even the corner of a little bathroom or in your bedroom. So here we go, let's get started. So what you're going to need to get started is a vessel or a terrarium base. So I've chosen this beautiful square terrarium. It's got lots of natural elements with this beautiful, nice gold touches on it. I've picked up 4 small tropicals. We have an arrowhead, a beautiful fern, and also a false aurelia here. These all will do great in a high humidity situation. I have some great pro mix, which is a soilless mix that's going to dry evenly top to bottom. Some sphagnous moss as one of our layers. You'll see where I'll use that later. Some charcoal to help with drainage and also bacteria. And then also some rock to put in the bottom for drainage, some decorative rocks here, and then something to top dress with. You can either use mulch or moss. A terrarium is all about building layers. And we'll start off with a layer of rock or pea gravel in the bottom. That's going to be about 1 inch or 2 thick. Then next up is a layer of sphagnum moss. This is going to be a filtration layer so that the soil stays separated from the rock. You'll also be adding a little bit of charcoal in that layer too, then our soil, then our plants, then our top dress. So it starts out with rock, charcoal and moss, soil, plants, top dress. There we have it. This container here does not have any drainage, so we're going to start with adding some rock into the bottom. And if you have any broken pieces of pottery, those can also go in there as well. So we added the rock into the bottom. Next, we're going to add some sphagnum moss. I like to get the sphagnum moss a little bit wet, so just add a little bit of water there, just so it has a little bit of moisture in it. And then we will put some charcoal in here. The charcoal is going to work as a filter with the sphagnum moss to keep out any bacteria and to help with drainage and any fungal issues that you may have. The sphagnum moss is going to add as a layer so that the soil doesn't hit the rock and it keeps it at a separate layer. Next, we're going to add our nice soilless mix. This is a pro mix. We're going to add that in. We're just going to put about a couple inches of soil, just enough that we can nestle these plants in. And see how we're building up the layers in this terrarium so that it's sustainable. There we go, we have all of our layers, now we're ready to plant. So we're starting with our false aurelia. This guy here doesn't usually require as much water as, say, a fern, so I'm going to plant him up at the back a little bit higher up, just like so. Tuck him right in there. Next up is these arrowheads. I love the beautiful leaves on them. They're great, got great variegation in texture, so we're going to stick one on either side. Just to add a little bit of symmetry. And then in the front, our cute little fern. Tucked right in there. To finish this terrarium up, I like to leave a little bit of empty space to allow for some top dressing. So you may use moss. We're going to use some beautiful cedar bark mulch in this one here. So we're just going to layer it around the top and around the plants. This is going to do a few things. It's going to keep the moisture into the plants, but it's also going to add a nice natural element to our terrarium so that it just looks a little bit more forest-like. And then I always love adding some rocks in the corner, so we're just going to sort of press those rocks into the bottom of the container. And there we have it. We have put together an arrangement for your home that's going to last a whole entire season. So for care for this terrarium, when you first get started, I love to use our beautiful Boost and Thrive fertilizers. These are 100% organic. One is made out of seaweed, the other out of fish fertilizer. So I would just put some drops in the water. I've already added my drops to this water. And now I'm going to just give it a little bit of a drink. Your first drink is going to be a little bit more than you would do on a regular basis. So I'm just going to give it a thorough drink to saturate that soil. And then how do you know that it needs water? I take my finger, I stick it into the soil. When it feels dry to the touch, then it's time to water. Remember, because a terrarium has those layers of moss, soil, and top dress, it's going to need a lot less water than your regular plants would in your home. Make sure you are fertilizing continuously to keep those leaves nice, green, and healthy. I hope you enjoyed this video today. For more videos, please visit our Instagram TV channel and our YouTube channel. And all these supplies, of course, you can find under the windmill at Tristan Central, Saskatoon, or online at dutchgrowers.com.